Okay, okay. Okay, so Joel, please, first of all, you have to tell me how are you? How is life? Tell us more about you so that people who don't know you will get to know more about you. Please go ahead.
Okay, hello Valentin. So as you said, my
Mm,
name is Joel. So it's my Joel.
mm,
I'm Cameroonian. I'm 19 years
yeah.
old and I'm studying business in Germany at the University of
Mm,
Dortmund. And
okay.
yeah, I don't know what to add, but I was in Kigali like for 6 or 7 months, and that was so crazy. So I just hope you guys you will like me and my face.
True. And you mentioned Kigali, and that's where we met at school. We were having the courses at University of Kigali, right?
Yes.
And it was so nice to meet you. You are a good friend indeed. Sometimes I just miss you, but that's life. People come and people leave. That's a part of life.
Yeah, so in this life you never know what's gonna happen, but I think that was a good experience to share. And also
Yeah,
Rwandan people are so open, so I really like to have a good times in Rwanda with you all guys.
yeah. Thank you. And with you mentioning Rwanda, you've been to Rwanda. I want you first of all to tell us what did you like about Rwanda? Like the most thing that you always remember and be like, yo, I wish I can go back to Rwanda.
Yeah. Because before I went to Rwanda, I was in Cameroon, and it was the first time for me to go like to East Africa. So
Mm,
Rwanda was like a big surprise from airport because it was so beautiful for me because in Cameroon our airports are great, but that from Rwanda was amazing. So on in my point of view, because it was the first time for me to see such airport. And then
yeah,
in Rwanda, I really like the way the city was very clean. People were very careful about
yeah.
waste. They didn't put it everywhere. And
Mm,
also the security, because I took motorbikes, I had to
yeah.
wear the casque, and that was so
Yeah.
good. So that was the first impression for me because I said, wow, that is
Mm,
very great country in Africa, yeah.
yeah, true. Great. That was a great experience. And now you have gone. So today I think you mostly watch the Valley of videos, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for all the compliments that you gave to me, and thank you for giving me your time so that we can talk and be a part of the Valley's talk. We share ideas and life experience, which is why I just wanted to have a conversation with you, and you share the lovers of the Valley's talk with your life experience. But before we go to that, I want to ask you something.
Mm,
In this life, we all have, different differences in lifestyles. But sometimes you find that people want to act like others. They want to have the same thing that the other person have. And sometimes you find that they are doing things which are not really good just to have a lifestyle like the ones that maybe the person sees on Instagram, on Facebook. What can you tell that person really?
yeah, I think that is something that's happening with the new generation due
Mm-hmm.
to the improvement of social networks. But I
Yeah,
think that people have to make a difference between the real life and artificial life in bracket, because
yeah,
uh, sometimes there are people that are just doing beautiful photos on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. That is
mm-hmm.
not their life. If you go to the real life, you see that they are maybe suffering a lot. That is only illusions that they are selling to us. But I think we have to be very, very. I mean, very clever because we have to live is a lifestyle that is matching with our needs and or
Yeah.
with the money that we have,
Standard.
because
Yeah.
you can try to live a life that is uh expensive, more expensive than the money that you have. So I think people have to think two times before trying to have something that they are not able to pay for from their own pocket. So that is very important.
Mhm. Yeah. Thank you so much for the advice. And I want to believe that people who will really watch this video, if you are living someone's life, if you're trying to copy, we all have different ways of living. The financial status of mine is very different from yours, Joel. So we can't really live the same way, which is what we really have to understand. And it is not really important and not really necessary to copy all these lifestyles that we see on the social medias, mostly on Instagram, because yeah, of course, they are living their life. That's really good. Wish the same thing, but do not really waste your money that you don't even have just to be,
Is
to praise people, I want them to see me like this, like that, which is not really, really nice. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for that. And
And I
like,
also, sorry, I want to add something.
mm,
Sometimes those people on Instagram,
mm,
that's a fact. Most of them are also able to finance their lifestyle, and it you have to put attention on on few things that some months ago we heard about something that happens in Dubai about
mm,
Porsche Porter.
yeah,
The most of them were influencers of from Instagram, and you can when you to think about how they did to earn that money and show with happiness on Instagram that their life is so good, something like that. You just that doesn't give any affection anymore to them because we see that they do things that are very horrible to earn money and to show us the
mm,
way that they live, and that is not so good. I think that is you don't necessarily need to show people how we
yeah.
live. That is not so good. So
It's better to live your life private and try not to copy anyone. Yeah.
exactly.
So you say that before going to Rwanda to pursue your bachelor degree, you were in Cameroon, right?
Yes.
And it was your first time to be studying abroad.
Yes.
And now you are also studying abroad in Germany.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's a long journey, right?
Yeah,
A good
uh
experience.
that is not only expensive, but it's also like you have to take risk. And that is, I think, first of all, life is risk. We'll never risk something, never earn something as a, a result. As I said, for me, the first time that I went to Rwanda, I
Mm,
didn't knew. I didn't know what going to happen to me. I just said I want to study abroad. I want to improve my English because I was not able to communicate in English
mm,
because I did all my primary school and secondary school in French. So
mm.
I am a 100% French speaker. So
Yeah,
I decided to come to Rwanda to improve as I could with my uh, English language so that I
yeah,
will be just a little bit bilingual. So it was also for me a good experience because I improved myself not only in my way to think because I was in contact with other people with new I mean new culture, new way to things,
mm,
new food, new also
yeah.
I mean that was so
Exactly.
incredible. That was so incredible. So also at the university, people were not so at the beginning they were not so open, but after some moment we tried to to exchange, have to take contact. That was maybe difficult at the beginning, as it is always difficult when you go abroad. But
Yeah.
after a few times, you see how people think, how they live, and what are their advantages, and then you just grow up and you get new experiences.
Yeah, true. When you speak about the experience, I want you to share as what is the experience of studying abroad? You know, have your friends there, you left your family. I want to believe that you sacrifice a lot to go there. Tell me about what did you learn? What did it develop from you? And what are the bad sides? Because I want to believe it's not all good. So share,
Yeah.
please. Mm.
So, as I said, the positive side was that I grew up and I was in contact with new cultures and
Mm.
o- new opinions. So, because new histories, because
Yeah.
I was in the Memorial Genocide, it was horrible what happened, but I think that was also a way for me to learn how to avoid some things, you know. And the dark side of studying abroad is you miss your family, and when you go to the new country, you don't really know. After the
Yeah.
airport, you don't know how to move, and that is really difficult. At the beginning, people are just saying, are just proposing you price that are so expensive. For example, when I went to the market, something that costs naturally maybe 1,000, they say 5,000. So that was at the beginning. I just have to challenge with that, and
Yeah.
after there's also a point about the immigration. You have to know how you have to ask for a visa or something like that, and all that was so boring. I just wanted to finish with that and focus myself on studies. So
Mm.
it was so difficult at the beginning, but I think there's also a point that is the family. You miss your family. You just speak with them on WhatsApp, and that is not like when you are together in the
Your
same
life,
room,
like
you are
in
talking,
the
you are so that is also something that makes you to be sometimes sad. But after maybe some month, you become you independent. I can say that because you don't your mom is not around, your dad is not around. You have to do all your things yourself. You have to take the decisions by yourself. If the
Mm.
decisions are good, you have to accept and to go ahead. If the decisions are also bad, you have to accept, to assume, and to go ahead. So it's the life in the life abroad
Mm.
generally.
Yeah, I understand it's actually a good experience, and you just have to be strong. And I want to imagine you guys like when it comes to a man, you men are really strong. When it's a girl, it's another story. We
Yes.
are very emotional. Anyways, so apart from that, I want you to share anything that life has really taught you. You've been through a lot, and day to day, you learn a lot through the situations that we come across to in life. We really get lessons from there. So I want you to share us the lesson that you really learn from life. What is it?
The first lesson that I learned from life is you just have to believe on yourself. Don't If
Mhm.
you want to do something, do it, because when you have the conviction that you are the only one person that will decide about your future. Just do
Mm.
what you want to do. Never say like if someone want to disencourage you, or sometimes people you are just one you are planning your things with people,
Mm.
and then after that they don't, they are not able to encourage you, or to I don't have the words in
Thank
English. So
you.
no, they are not
Mm.
I don't I mean they are not that kind of people that you think, because
Mm,
after they're only about to talk, but they never act, they're only
mm,
talker. And
mm.
that kind of people, that they are not good for someone that want to improve or that want to be successful in his life. So
Mm.
for me, the first lesson that I I have in my pocket or
Life.
in my head, on my background, is to believe on yourself.
Mm.
Whatever happens, believe. Whatever you do, just say that that was my decision, and I will assume that decision that I took, because if you never assume something, you will never assume in the future. From now, you have to assume, and in future, you will also assume. So for me, it is very important. When I want to achieve something, I just follow the way that I think, if it is for me, good. And sometimes you could ask for advice, but if you don't have someone that will advise you, just think logically. And then when you are sure that that could be the best solution for you, just go
Go
ahead.
for it.
Yeah,
Mm.
go
Yeah.
for it. Exactly.
Great. That's actually a great thing. Sometimes we don't really believe in ourselves because we are afraid of what people will say about us. We are not
Mhm.
confident enough. We have so many thoughts, because
Exactly.
that's like say something that we really need to do is starting. If you're thinking about doing something and you feel like it will not be possible, you will not know until you start. It either fails or works out. And most of the times it works. So the time is going, but I want to upgrade. I want to upgrade. I want to upgrade. So, like you were saying, we really need to believe in ourselves, which is sometimes something which is really hard. But with the life, we really need to do, because if you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to do that for you? Because if you look around, most of the people that we have around us, they are these people who tell us, no, it will not work out. Why are you struggling? Why are you doing this? Why don't you keep? Because we want to do things which are really easy. Anyways, yeah, thank you for sharing. Is there something that you want to ask me or add to what we said before we close up?
uh maybe what kind of experiences do you want to share, like before you pass away?
The experience that I want to share is do what you want to do. And like you say, believe. Something that I want to say is sometimes you really need to depend on people. You see people are doing that and you're afraid of doing it. Because, like I say, you don't know what people will think. But I want to tell people that whether you do it or not, people will always talk about you. People always have something that they say. And don't expect people to be speaking good about you. No, you
Exactly.
are bad in someone's story. You will not be good. No one is perfect. Jawari is good to me, but he's bad to another person because, it depends. So do what you have to do. Do not care what people will say. Do not care what people will think about you. Just go for it, because at the end of the day, it is about your profit. And of
Exactly.
course, dream big, dream and work for your dreams, because you need to work for that. It will not come from heaven and boom. So we really need to work and pray to God so that He may help us in our daily life. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you are right. So if
Mm.
you are dreaming big, to dream bigger than the what your parents did, that is already something big. But you have to dream bigger than what you could imagine to attain, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. If you want to be president, dream to be the president. Don't
Mhm.
dream to be something less than that, because you never know. So I
Yeah.
think your advice is very, very important because I think the most people that are following your channel are young people. So I think for the African, we have to dream and to improve our continent because nobody gonna do it for us. They are
Yeah.
only there to take our different resources, but after that, they won't develop our continent. They won't improve our continent. So we have to be the future of our continent, and to be the future, we have to be confident and
Mm-hmm.
we have to work with the heart for our continent, for our different countries, so that we will be really independent and we will be we have to think that we are all human beings. No one is more human
No one wants to.
than someone else. So in front of a contract, you have to defend the interest of your country. You have to
Yeah.
critically defend it. So that's what I want to add to what you say.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Joel.
You are welcome,
And
Valentine.
I wish you all the best in everything that you do. I know you're very strong and you keep being a strong man. Because, this life, everyone has to be strong. Everyone has to be strong and do not panic. Sometimes you come across with a situation and you panic. You be like, I wish I were not born. But yeah, that's life. That's life. All you have to do is sitting down and accept the situation and be like, okay, I'm going to fight for this. And that's what
Exactly.
you're doing. Thank you so much for giving me your time. I really appreciate.
You're
And
welcome.
God bless
You're
you.
welcome. So have a nice night and I hope to talk to you
Thank
soon.
you.
So ciao,
Yeah,
goodbye.
bye. Mhm.